Hey guys, and welcome! Today we are going to be talking a little bit about the creepy crawlies. It's not only snakes that I have up here in my reptile room, I also have these guys. If you do like tarantulas, please join me in. I will show you all the tarantulas that I have. If you don't like tarantulas or spiders in general, please keep on watching because I'm going to show you that these guys are not scary monsters, that they're actually quite beautiful in their own special way. And they're actually quite docile as well. So hang in there guys and let me introduce you to my tarantulas. This girl right here is Satina. She's my absolute best girl. She's a Grammostola pulchripus, and when it comes to tarantulas, pretty much all of the names are in Latin. They do have, what can you say, more common names. She is known as a Chicago goldenly, but in general people prefer to use the Latin name. Same with snakes, and that is generally because it makes it a lot easier for people overseas and people from different countries, because when you use the Latin name, you're all pretty sure what you're talking about. Tarantulas are one of my favorite beings simply because that I was dead scared of spiders. I have been dead scared of them, and I kid you not. And I decided that I was going to face that fear. I went to the expo and I went up to a guy who was selling tarantulas, and I looked at all the different spiders, and then I saw this one spider who was pink, and I thought, you can't be scared of a pink spider. So what I did was that I asked the guy, and I pointed at the spider and I was like, is that a good beginner spider? And he was like, yeah, it's very good. And he took it out and he just like placed it in my hand, and I was standing there with what was a massive spider in front of me, being pretty scared. But then after a few seconds I kind of calmed down and I was like, what, was that it? That really it? Nothing more than that? So I looked at my boyfriend Timmy and I told him I'm gonna buy it. I don't care, I'm gonna buy a tarantula. I didn't have any experience whatsoever with tarantulas, none at all. So we spent a good amount of time talking to the breeder, making sure we bought a terrarium, and we bought all the stuff that we needed. Tarantulas are very easy to care for. And we bought all of it and we brought her home. And I was just so pleased with her. She was so pretty and it was just magnificent. It was such a different world. I was very enchanted by her. And then we put her in the terrarium. And then I don't know what happened, but then I got dead scared again. Like really, I didn't sleep for 5 days. And I remember I even put like books on top of the terrarium so she couldn't get out, because I was sure she was gonna come and kill me. 5 days I didn't sleep, and Timmy really had to be the brave one to handle her, you know. He really had to be brave because I wasn't brave at all. I was just dead scared. But I'm not that scared anymore, fortunately, and I do spend a good amount of time helping people who are scared of spiders. I've brought my tarantulas, especially this girl Satina, because she's a darling. She's so calm, she's so nice, and she's really good looking, and people really seem to be fascinated about her. And I bring her out and I let people face this fear. All of these people who really wanted to get rid of the fear, we got it. We got rid of the fear. It was a great success. And even after, you know, like people that come up to me and they're like, can I hold your spider again? Can I hold your tea? And I'm like, of course you can. Normally tarantulas are what you call they are full looking. It's a hobby. They are full looking, should not be handled that much. That is what every breeder is gonna tell you. But I do find that as long as they're eating, as long as they're doing well, I don't handle my spiders every day, far from. It's been like 2 months since I had this girl out. I think that it's your animal. You should be able to do what you want with it as long as you do not compromise their health. But this girl, she molted not long ago. I'm gonna show you the mold. I actually have it. Hang on. This is her mold, and as you can see, the live spider and the mold. At first glance, it can be quite difficult to see what is a spider, what is a mold, but as you can definitely see, there is a hole in the middle of the mold, and that's basically where the tarantula pushed itself out. And watching a tarantula mold is one of the coolest thing ever. It looks so badass. I have some pictures here for you so you can see. This is, I believe this one is one of my older tarantulas. His name was Balthazar. He was very special to me. He died of old age. It does happen. Males do tend to only live for, I believe it's something like 5 or 6 years, whereas the females, they live up to 4 years. So Balthazar, he died of old age, and it was so sad, and I had a small funeral for him. I mean, I really miss him. He was such a good tarantula. So before I'm gonna put this girl back in the terrarium so you can see how I'm housing them, I'm gonna give you yet another close-up so you can actually see, because right now she's a pretty good angle, so you will be able to see the eyes and to see everything. All right. As you can see, the spider has 8 legs, 4 pairs. The 2 in front here, I don't consider them legs, they're called pedipalps. They're kind of like small arms, I think, or something. On top here, you can see the eyes, the little black dots, they are all of her eyes. And tarantulas are almost blind, so I don't know why they need all of these eyes. Underneath here she has the fangs. They are not showing their fangs for no reason. They're showing their fangs if they're being scared or if they're going to eat. This is pretty much it. This is Satina. So let's see if she wants to move. At the end of the legs, I don't know if you're able to see, they have little hooks and they use them to hold on to things. That was Satina. Let's get her in her terrarium and then let's have a look at it. Alright, so this is where Satina lives. This is her terrarium. Tarantulas don't need a lot of space, fortunately, so if you want one as a pet, they can do with very, very little room. Satina here probably could go in a bigger one, but she's doing absolutely fine in this one. As you can see, it's all webbed in. I really, really love when they're doing the webbing. I think it looks really, really cool. So this was Satina's. Let's close her up. There we are. There she goes. My beautiful girl. Alright, so down here I have yet another spider. As you can see, she's hiding in there. She's right there. Tarantulas do require a hide, they really do, but most of them also have no problem just staying out in the open. Satina really, really loves, I don't know if you can say love, but she's staying out in the open quite a lot. This is another one of my tarantulas. This is Tessa, and Tessa is a Grammostola pulchra, which means that she's all black. Balthazar as well was a Grammostola pulchra. I really, really like the black spiders. I think they look absolutely stunning. As you can see, Tessa as well has a hide, and underneath the hide, and every tea owner will recognize this, is one of my old water bowls. I used to put water in that, but for some reason they really like to redecorate, and it's really annoying because I don't want to meddle with the hide that she spills. I'm just gonna leave it down there. Instead, I have this water bowl, which is empty, so I'm gonna fill it up. All right, so this was Tessa. Here is another one of my teas. This is a Brachypelma smithi. It's very, very, very common when we are talking about first-time tarantula owners. I'm not sure it's a male, someone told me, but I do think that he kind of looks like a female. They do tend to be a bit more bulkier, whereas the males has longer legs and in general looks a bit slimmer. So this is red, not very old, still has a lot to grow. Red also molted not long ago. The colors are very, very vibrant. I really, really like it. Off to one of my special girls. This is Bolette. She's a Lasiodora parahybana, which means that she's one of the largest specimens when it comes to tarantula. She's a big girl. She's coming for us. I really, really like her. She's very, very gentle. She's a very, very gentle spider, and she's very, very big. As you can see in the images here, she's almost bigger than my hand, and she has trouble staying in just one hand. I can't hold her, I need 2 hands for that. So this is her terrarium. She has a hide here, or she's also decorated with these wonderful webs. I really love it when they do that. And then here on the other side is the water bowl. This one is empty as well, so I'm gonna fill that. You've caught me in my morning routine right here. This is Bolette. Gorgeous, gorgeous girl. I really love her. She was a gift from Timmy, my boyfriend. I really, really appreciate it. Alright guys, I thought that since Bolette is standing where she is, I could show you a feeding if she's hungry. Let's see. Oh, she definitely was. Bolette is an aggressive eater. As you can see, the worm is in her fangs. It's still alive. Tarantulas do have venom. They don't have a lot. They don't have enough to kill us, but they definitely have enough to kill the smaller prey or to stun them or whatever you call it. You can really, really see all of the hairs they have. Tarantulas have thousands and thousands of hairs, and they use these to feel the surroundings. As I said, they're almost completely blind and deaf, as a matter of fact, so they really, really rely on all of their hairs for knowing the surroundings. Alright guys, that was a little introduction to my 5 tarantulas. If you're interested, I'm gonna do another video on the tarantulas, so you can really see how to properly take care of them, and I'll come with some more infos if you're wondering about buying one. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like so I know that you like what I make. It means a lot to me. Also, if you have any comments or questions, don't hesitate to write me. As usual, you can find me on Instagram under the name jossersjungle. Thank you for today and bye bye!